cupcakers. It's now time for cupcakes and coffee conversations. I know you've been waiting all week for this time, and I have too. And today we have an amazing special guest that will be coming on in just a few minutes. But meanwhile, let's talk about our cupcakes and coffee, okay? Now today, my mug of the day is this one. It says, hello, hello. And we've got our polka dots here because I am a fan of polka dots, honey. And, you know, it's not any coffee in it. It had that earlier, but it is some water. Want to stay hydrated, you know? The cupcake of today will be through Cami Cakes. Yesterday, I had a bridal brunch from my leasing agent in my office. And oh my God, we had a dozen of Cami Cakes, and I chose all of my favorite. Yeah, I know, my favorite. But I'm the one, they sent me to pick it up. So guess what? You know, they enjoyed it either way, right? So we had key lime, we had the classic Cami, which is strawberry, we had chocolate, we had, oh God, there was a peach passion. Oh, it was something serious. It was absolutely divine. Speaking of divine, coming in soon. And those are the cupcakes for today. And they were absolutely amazing. And I had way too many. And I'm still on a sugar rush now. But guess what? That's what we do here. Cupcakes and coffee. Okay? And today we'll just be basically just talking about art. The love of art, you know, what it does for our spirits, our hearts, our souls, how it's therapy, how it takes us through things. And with Keshay, with Divine Art Studio, she's going to speak on how she got started, all the wonderful things that she's doing at this time, and also just, you know, her life in general, her being a wife and her being a mother as well. And how does she balance all of this and still stay in the artsy world, you know, because honey, us artists and the artsy people that we be somewhere else, floating in our own world, doing our own thing, honey. So it's important for us, especially with our creative minds, to have balance. So it's going to be awesome to hear that from her. But you guys get into my jewelry of the week. I got a little light shining in here, huh? Yes, I know I told you guys last week that I will be wearing my cousin's line from her studio in California, via art, okay? And let me tell you, I've got many. It's amazing. So you guys have to definitely follow her page, via art, and go and just be able to purchase all the wonderful things and all her jewelry. She has hats, she has earrings, she has necklaces, she has all things art. And all of this is handcrafted. Get a little closer so you can see it. Handcrafted, handmade, okay? Like, oh, it's just amazing. It's great to be around so many creative people. It just makes me And also, with our media group, with DKM Media Group, we just started a page just for us, honey, okay? Well, you know how men, they have their little men caves and they have all their little stuff, honey. We need our stuff. We need our time. We need a place to be able to talk, and where it's just us and we can have a safe place. And it's called DKM Media Group Heels, HEELZ. Let me tell you, honey, come on in there with your heels on, baby, okay? Because we're going to be talking about everything that involves being women, everything that you want to just questions, or you have things that you want to let out, or you want to post just, you know, we're going to uplift you. We're going to do all these wonderful things that women should do for each other. And it's an open, safe place for you to come in, post, you know, and let's just talk and be women. You know, it's just going to be great. So make sure that you follow the page It's a private group just for us.
Questions you have things you want to let out, or you want to post, just, we're gonna.
I'm repeating myself. That I must. I really need to start hearing
for each other, and it's open.
I'm hearing stuff over and over again.
So
okay, stop. So that means y'all weren't listening. That's what that told me. Y'all were not listening when I said it the first time. So guess what? It had to come back again while I was talking. Like, hey, hold on. Let me say that for the people in the back again. Okay. That's why y'all got it again. Yeah. So you guys, I'm so excited about this platform. I'm so excited about this. This is so awesome. And for the next few weeks, I have through the rest of the year, I have an amazing lineup of people that will be coming on the show. Next week, we have Black Girls Who Paint. Oh my God. The week after that, we have No Formula. The week after that, we have Bianca, which I'm not even going to I don't even talk about. I shouldn't even be talking about November yet, but I'm going to, because we're sitting here and we're in the, waiting for Keshay to come in. So I might just give y'all a little sneak peek. But for the month of November, I have some very strategic guests that will help you to plan for the holidays, that will help you to make some wonderful little holiday treats, and all these wonderful things preparing us for the holidays. And then for December, you will be able to hear a lot of music, because it's the time for Christmas, all the lights and fun and all that wonderful stuff. So we're going to just rock this year out, and Cupcakes and Conversations are here for you, to be able for you to come in, learn some new things, take it back with you, and start all over the next week. It's going to be great. Y'all saw how I almost told some. I just can't hold stuff. I be so excited. I be like, let me tell the people. But I'm not. I told you a little part, but if you go back, you'll hear a little part, but you don't know who Bianca's with. So I'm going to say that, okay? But I'm excited about all the wonderful guests throughout the year that's coming, and then we're planning for next year. So if you guys know of some amazing people who are just in their art, they do not have to do art per se. There's an art to everything. There's music, there's, all different forms of art where people are in their, just in their zone. This is what they do. This is their art. This is what speaks to people. And that's what I want. That's what I want on the show. That's what I want to, give light to. So make sure you guys refer people over to me, and, so I can start them off for next year, because we're booked and busy for this year. Yeah, it's been a great start. And I appreciate all of you for following me, for, taking my same post every day and not like, oh, girl, you don't have nothing else to say. I appreciate you. I really, 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 really do. So that means the world to me. I think, is that Keshay coming in? Sounds like it. That was the sound. But meanwhile, you guys, what are you all up to? Make sure you guys give us a call and let us know, that any questions you may have, anything you want to say positive about the show, call in. The number's here. Just go ahead and call in, and let's have some conversations, and let's just talk about life. If you got your coffee, whoop, whoop, and your cupcake, then let's have some conversations. Sounds good. Call 678-381-1973 to speak directly to me. And whatever you want to speak about concerning today, the show, what's getting ready to happen, or once Keshay comes in and you guys want to speak concerning that, you're more than welcome to call, ask any questions, or just join into the conversation. I would love to hear from you. It will be awesome. Super awesome. So meanwhile, I did also speak of yesterday, we were talking about the development of Cupcakes and Coffee. conversations and cupcakes and coffee as a business. So I have a new launch that will be coming out. I'm making a couple of changes with the branding and the name. The name will still be Kupcakes and Coffee, but I'm just, just kind of changing some things around to go along with some other things that are to come in the future in 2021. So everything just kind of needs to speak to each other. So there will be a rebranding launch that will be coming within the next month that you guys will see and be able to familiarize yourself with, because, as I said, there are some amazing things to come. I know we've all had a rough, like this year. I don't even think that rough is really the word, because it's just been so many things back to back to back to back. But even in the midst of that, I have been able to get such in the space of just being enlightened concerning some things that I wanted to push forward and some things I needed to push away. And it's just been completely awesome with learning and wanting to know, the next place and getting clarity on some things with purpose. Because as we discussed before, that it's very important for me to not only just live and do the things that I want to do concerning life and, paint and enjoying life and have, but it's important for me to serve, you don't want to do all of this in vain and just say, oh, well, she made millions and she died. No, I want to be empty when I leave here. I want to leave a legacy. I want to, be able to touch the world as God so fit for me to do in whatever capacity that he would want me to do it. So with this rebranding, it's going to allow me to not only just, work, but it's definitely going to allow me to serve. So you guys watch out for that. It's going to be great. And anyone who wants to sponsor, who wants to come in and join with me, by all means, reach out to me. My Facebook page is strictly Deetra Gary, or you can come through Kupcakes and Coffee. And my Instagram is Kupcakes and Coffee. Yeah, can we have Look, I just canceled my whole conversation, okay? I just saw the light come through, honey, and I was like, hi,
Hey, I'm here. I just came from a business meeting talking about opening. We'll talk about it. That's what I want to say.
We'll talk about it. I'm dancing because you here, girl. Hey, keep here. Hey,
I'm in the building. I'm in the building.
Okay, well, everybody, I've been rambling anyway, girl. I'm so glad you're here. Everyone, we have Keshay Devine-Tucker here with Devine-Art. And oh my God, let me tell you something. I have been following this young lady, she probably didn't even know, for a very long time and have admired her work. That's a testament of, you people now with social media, they judge based off of, oh, well, you only had 24 likes and the other person has, 24,000, but you never know who's watching you, and just because they don't physically hit a like doesn't mean that you don't have a mass and I was a part of the mass, honey, but I was liking at the same time, but it's just amazing. Her work is amazing. And I read your bio with a lot of different things. So I just want to introduce Keshay, honey, with Devine-Art. And welcome to Kupcakes and Coffee Conversations. Hey.
Hello. Hi.
So, Keshay, tell the people a little bit about yourself.
Okay. I'm 30. That just happened in May, so it's like fresh. So I just needed to. I'm 30 now. I just joined the club. I'm from Atlanta. I've been drawing my entire life and picked up the skill of painting and turned it into a career 5 years ago now.
Wow.
Yes, on self-talk. I was inspired by my children really to just kind of lock in on what I could do as a career, but I felt the need and the urge to do something that I love. And I
Mhm.
wanted them to know that they could do what they love, whatever that
Mhm.
may be, not just what seems to be the right thing to do.
Mhm.
you know.
Yes.
Um, yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
well, that's amazing because it's hard. Like I read quite a bit, and we're gonna touch on all of this stuff, in your
mhm.
bio, who you are, how you started, the things that you've accomplished in this time. And one of the big things that I saw that just one of them was that you were a wife and a mother. And honey, to balance this life we live in, ain't that now? Come on, talk to the people that help me. I'm 42, so it don't mean nothing. You can help me because I ain't got one. But I got a lot of children. So help us out with that, man. Help.
It's real.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I definitely, so I have a 10-year-old, I have a 2-year-old, and I have a 6-month old. This one behind me, this is another son that I had about 4 years ago, but he passed.
Oh,
Um, he's a huge influence. Like when his birth was when I decided, like, I'm gonna go ahead and start painting. So
wow.
it's kind of really connected to kind of like just honoring him as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But it's certainly a challenge to to balance it all.
Yeah.
Um, but I think the good thing is having the family support and honestly the leisure to, because like you can paint. When I put them to sleep, I can paint. That's
Mm-hmm.
kind of the energy of it. Because I could get more done, but I have to like. There's a lot of balancing, and now because naturally every day that they're getting older,
Mm-hmm.
things are kind of smoothing out more and more.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the
Where it
space we
turns
getting
out
into
to be
now.
managing them, right? You'd be like, hey, did you take a shower today? Hey, did you do this?
I got the 10-year-old doing virtual school here at home.
Yes.
So I have to make sure that he's not sneaking and playing video games and on YouTube when he's supposed to be in
Right.
class.
Right.
And my 2-year-old daughter is like a tornado going through the house. But she wants to paint.
Oh.
So much so that she painted on something I'm working on yesterday. And that wasn't
Oh.
good. So I was like, she needs her own art easel.
Yes.
She needs it.
Up over here.
Um, I used them as inspiration. The entire royalty series that I just did was my family.
Wow.
One
Wow.
was my sister. One was my husband with him and the lion, and it's called Fearless.
Mhm.
One was my late son. Another one was my oldest son and his baby pick. So, Born King. So I just, since they're in my face all the time, like I use them as inspiration.
Yes. Well, what is your motivation? What got you into? I know that we talked about your late son, and that just kind of just pushed you into your purpose and your destiny.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
like what was it? Was that the? I know you were saying that was is that the driving moment that said, you know what? Or were you like as a child really just kind of give me some backstory on art in your life and what it means to you?
I have been sketching since I can remember. So like maybe 5 or so, like really drawing and sketching pictures. And I've been drawing my entire life, and I just never thought anything of it. But it was one of my favorite things to do: sing, draw, write poetry. I would never want to take on a life of a singer. They can have that. I'll sing at home, but
Yes.
but their lifestyle. But one thing, um, well, I went on to Fort Valley State University, and
Mm-hmm.
I went there and realized that college wasn't for me, and that's when I started started to kind of realize like I was doing what I thought I should be doing. To graduate,
Mhm.
go to school, pick a career.
Mhm.
And that's fine. It was school is easy, honestly. Like get good
Yeah.
grades. We get it. When you become,
Mhm.
you know, it has to be about more than that. I started to, for me, I guess it's good for some people to find a career. It took me a minute once I went freshman year. And honestly, it got to the point where I couldn't even go into the buildings. So I was like, I feel like I shouldn't be here. I'm missing something. So I took a
Yeah.
moment. I left school and I got into the work field of it. And that's when I learned more about myself. Like, you're not a uniform person. Or, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Structured environment. And I started to feel
Mhm.
like a slave.
Mm.
That's how it
Mm.
started to feel. And it just didn't feel good doing these jobs like for money. It was
Mhm.
cool, but that's when I decided like, okay, I need to one of my passions, something that I can already do. I need to take it and develop it so that I can be happy. I don't
Mhm.
want to feel miserable. You have to work most of your life. So that's when I picked up the skill of painting and decided to just go all the way with it, honestly, and just really never quit. Like I'm here painting for life because it's who I
Yeah.
am. So
Yeah. That's
yeah.
amazing. You can see it. You can see it through your work. You know what I mean? You can see it through the passion of your work, of who you are, and
Mhm.
that it means something. Every detail, what you're looking at, colors, everything, how you bring everything together, you can tell and see that. And it's just so inspiring to watch. My son, he just turned 18. Now in this pandemic, girl, is so many things that went on, that's happened, that's transpired through all of us. But at the same time, it's a lot of things that were birthed out of us in this space, right? So my son, my 18-year-old, he had been sketching and things of that such, and he's not a painter yet, but he's trying to get to it. But this sketching just in this time frame since we've been quarantined has just went crazy. And let me tell you
Mhm.
something, Keshay. This boy showed me his work, and just stuff that when you look at it and you're like, oh, okay, and what it says to you or what it speaks to you, because that's what art is about, of what it speaks to that particular person. But when the artist tells you what it meant to them and why they did it, oh wait, honey, I cried myself, got myself in a fetal position, just cried myself to sleep. Okay, I was like, what? But it's
Yeah.
therapy, It did something for his heart, his spirit, his soul. And when he sketched it, and he used colored pencils right now, and he
Mhm.
colored and did all those things with that technique. And the
Mhm.
stories behind when he did it or why he did it and whatever particular emotional state he was in, it just
Mhm.
spoke volumes. Do you have some pieces like that? Which I'm sure you do.
So yes. Let's see. Because sometimes I have a lot of work a lot of my work is on display at the Riverdale City Center, the Riverdale Town Center. So
Wow.
I'm in my art studio now, which is under construction. But I have a few pieces. Okay, so this is a piece
Okay.
that this is for fun. Let's see. These are one of my pieces. The Rihanna. The bitch better have my money, please. Let's see. Yeah.
Wow.
This one,
Yes.
it's an oldie, but it's one of my favorites. This is kind of some stuff I do just for like I like it, but this one is more self-expressive.
Mm-hmm.
This is more of a piece that this
Wow.
one, The Great Awakening. These are pieces that you know are
Wow.
self-expressive. That I'm expressing how I'm feeling. The third eye, chains breaking, and I think that this describes 2020.
Oh, honey. Okay. Oh, that just moved my soul. Wow.
So I do have that kind of art in general, just like the one that I did of my late son. You know, it's a lot of pieces that really most of them, unless like I'm literally doing commission, you know, but I do a lot of self-expressive art. I try to have some type of message. I have a bunch of new pieces in the works. They're almost done. So I'm in the midst of doing a few, but it's therapeutic.
Yes.
It's very therapeutic to be able to express yourself that way because that's really what's best for some of us, especially creatives, because sometimes it's not the easiest to communicate those feelings or honestly, if you just tell people how you feel sometimes they look at you like, you know, so when you hate it, then it's like they're intrigued and people can get their own interpretation and perception, you know, a message from it, which I love to hear what people, you know, they come to me and tell me what they've gotten from a piece that I've paid. And I'm like, it's nice to know to touch people that way as well, because honestly, I kind of want to say, you know, initially, because artists do art for themselves because it's self-expressive, it's therapeutic. So you really getting, you know, whether you do music or anything, you're getting a lot off your chest or your emotions out. Sometimes you lay it all out on the canvas. So it's a blessing to see other people be able to connect to what's inside of you for real. That's deep.
Yes.
You know.
Super deep. Now I know that you have made, honey, a name for yourself, okay? You ain't just out here in these streets running around just, you know, kind of people know who Keshay is, okay? No, don't be coming out here all humble and mighty. I was waiting. I was like, let me have to bust her up real quick.
I mean, I just
I'm just me though. Work. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I'm just me though. Like because this is what I've always done is make nice pictures, I guess, or this is just what I love to do.
Yes.
For me,
you have done it for a lot of people, okay? And quite a few what we call celebrities, okay? So let's talk about that. Like, what was your first celebrity piece? And how did you get in the realm of that? Like, how did you get connected, honey?
Honestly, as far as that is concerned, like I really just I was just determined in all of those situations. I put myself out there. I put myself in the mind frame of like even those particular people, how they got to their point in their careers was not by being shy or what, like they went and found whoever they need to find, got in front of those people. And that's pretty much, I feel like I worked hard to get my actual work to a good quality. And now I feel like, well, period, you know, I would like to be, I feel confident and like, well, now I just have to get in front of the right eyes. So that's pretty much what that is in a sense. And these are people that I've always admired. They, you know, probably don't fully understand, but like for like Candy was the first person I did the painting of. It was like 3 or 4 months after my son had passed, my second son, Jason, and I did the painting of Candy, and I've always been a fan of Escape. Like they are part of the reason I discovered I could even sing when I was like 5.
We gotta talk about that later too, but go ahead.
But I mean, honestly though, her, Tiny, they're the reason singing their songs. Now I was supposed to be singing tonight, but I was singing with my mom and them because they were singing it. So I wanted, you know, I was intrigued. I'm like, I like the song. I want to sing. And so they had me doing Tiny's parts because she had such the high pitched voice and nobody could do that part. But it was like, I would do them. And then my mom and her friend, like, she sound good. She can say,
like, wait a minute.
It was like that. And so it's just kind of a long history of these people. First of all, from my city that I admire.
So it's a big deal to me to even get next to these people. I feel honored. I feel like I'm in positive spaces and movements. Honestly, those moments though, I'm just kind of in them, and after they're over, I'm kind of like, all right, what can I do next?
Yes.
So like,
yes, ma'am.
That's
Yes.
kind of the energy of it. That's why it's like, oh, you act like it's not a big deal. It is, but I'm always like, well, what can I do next?
Yes.
You know, because I'm in it. So because this is just my work. So it's just my life. Like it's just normal to me. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I love it. And it's important that, you know, that you are the way that you are with you being humble and you know, taking it in. It's admirable. And that's the stance you should take. So I salute you with that. It's amazing. But I want to talk about this singing. Cause honey, I didn't know. Okay. I didn't know. And guess what? She sings too, and not very many people knew that either. But go ahead, let's talk. Like, what's going? Is this gonna come? Is something gonna happen with this at one point, or you just think it's just gonna lay? What's gonna happen?
Okay. So sometimes, a lot of times in videos that I may record of my new paintings, there may be music in the background, and if it's an R&B song, I am probably singing along with it. That's probably my voice that you hear, so that I don't get in trouble by Instagram for them saying I don't own the rights to the. So it's more like background music if I sing along. I don't even really want, like, I'm not trying to be like I'm singing, like I'm not trying.
But I'm not that girl either. This is so exciting. But go ahead, keep going.
So I just sing along with the track, you know, so that my Instagram videos are okay. When I post the background music for my video broadcasting my new painting and my artwork.
Now I gotta go back and listen.
Huh?
I gotta go back and listen to all of them now. But go ahead. Like I totally missed that.
It's some of them, but I'm there. But the singing, I mean, it goes hand in hand for me. The music, the art, like I have to sing when I'm painting and have my music. So like I paint live a lot when it's not COVID. So under those conditions, for like if people are around me and I'm painting, the way that I paint, it's music going because it's already an art event, which is my normal environment. So like I'm probably singing and dancing while I'm painting live at the same time because that's really who I am. I love singing. But
oh my God, we're gonna be best friends. Let me tell you something. Like you are the girl after my own heart. All right, like best friends forever, BFFs. It's over. Like now you got me forever. That's it. I don't know. I don't care what you say. Because when I tell you I love music, I love that, and they sing to each other. I don't know how to I paint for fun. This stuff behind me. This is my best friend Jason. Like that's their art with fluid artistry and things of that such. But honey, I can't do nothing like this. But I love painting. It's just, you know, it's a relief for me. It's therapy. I enjoy with kids and the things I do with that. But music with it, oh honey, you talking about my happy place.
I may like a little later in a few years or so do like local lounge singing just because. Yeah. Just to like get it out. Because you know what I mean? Right? Yeah, but that's kind of the extent of it though. I'm not really, you know what that lifestyle. You see what's on the ground and I'm good. Yeah. I like the low profile I feel I have with doing art.
Absolutely. But honey, with all the way this stuff is going with this pandemic and anything, honey, can be said and happen and pop on out. But I totally get it because people ask me as well, like, well, you want to get on here? You want to get in this competition or you want to go out and do, nah, it's not that girl. No, and I'll do whatever it is that God has purposed for me to do with it at this point. But you know what I mean? Didn't want all that, you know? Didn't really even talk about it a lot. So I totally feel you on that. And yeah, you just certified that we're BFFs. This is great. This is awesome. But now let's talk about what's to come with Divine Art Studio. Like what's happening? What's to come?
So speaking of Divine Art Studio, yes. So I am in the planning stages of like the next big step, and the next step for Divine Art is Divine Art Studio, which will be a gallery space here in Atlanta. And it will consist of paint parties, solo exhibits, feature myself. I may do group exhibits, not sure yet, but probably so, because I still want to provide a space for other people to be able to come and showcase their work as well, because there are not very many places for us to do so. It's a few,
Yeah.
but it's not very many. So that I'll be having the Divine Art merch available in there as well. And as well as I have a bunch of pieces in the works. And then after that, I will be, what I used to do when I sketched before I started to paint was I started to do a technique of writing, because I write poetry as well. So I used to write poetry, write poems to represent the artwork that I was doing. It pretty much tells the story of the painting or my perspective of it. So I'm going to get back to that with the painting, but I'm going to turn it into a book. So I have an art and poetry book that I'm also putting together as well.
Oh,
so yeah, so I'm gonna start introducing that. I kind of just need to I don't know if it's me, because I'm in a different generation, so like the social media is like cool, but I do more of like face to face. I meet more people and clients out in the city, and it's cool to post online, but like it's different when they see my work in person and I can bring it to people. Pictures don't really do artwork any justice.
So talk about it. That's the truth. That's the truth.
Yeah, so especially it'll be exciting when I can get more back into that, more face to face with people, going out and showing them my work. So that's kind of the future of it, though, right? Just kind of in the revamping stage, so to speak, because like I have a group of pictures. I'm like doing 3 or 4 pictures at once, so it's gonna be like well, I did just drop a painting, but it's gone.
Yeah,
the Game of Legends, a rendition of the original Game of Legends painting that I did. I did a new one. I've switched to oils now. I started in acrylics, so now I do oils. So the workflow.
Let's talk about that. Why did you switch from that? Like, what's the significance of that for you?
It's the technique, and then oils. The look that I go for more is a little more on the realism side, and it kind of can only go so far with acrylics because of the drying time and things like that, which it's still on point, but there is just still a dramatic difference. I'm in love with the oil paints now, now that I'm into them and I do them. So I've switched mediums. So that's another thing. So it's like I said, everything is kind of like just another level up. I feel I constantly challenge myself. Like, well, like I said, what can I do next?
Yeah.
So that's always the way I'm looking at myself. Like I stay in the mirror. I'm on me. Like, what you got? What you,
Right.
Honestly, people send me other people's artwork all the time. Like, look at what so-and-so did, and that's awesome. But like, I don't really, because the way I correlate my career is kind of like, I look at it like it's the same as an artist, a musician. So it's like, I'm in the studio, make my new album, my new series of artwork. It's kind of like that. That's how I feel, because that's what I'm doing. So I stay focused on that, because it's so easy to get, influenced, because everybody's style is their style and so unique. It's so easy to get influenced, and I don't want, like, that's good sometimes, but I still want to make sure that what I'm doing is what I'm doing. Yeah. So I stay locked in on me, my work, my technique, and how I can constantly better my working technique and what I did last time, and how can I tell a story for real with my work, and that's like the main thing I'd like to do. So I've been taking my time more too with detail as well. Really just want to be the best version of myself. So that's pretty much what I've been working on, period, in the business. I am the business. So I have to constantly try to elevate and learn more on the business side as well as my technique side. And it takes everybody, it takes the love from people around you, the reassurance. Because sometimes, like if I have a little block, I may have a random day and somebody will be like, "You so dope and your work, can it make you feel this way?" And I'm like, "Thank you," because the baby's just been crying all day. So I really felt, it brings me back to life.
Yes, that's amazing. And I was actually, my next question was going to be, what would you say to up and coming artists that, are trying to get, like close to where you are internally as well as externally, and just trying to figure it out. What would you say to those people?
You have to stay open. You have to stay open mentally. You have to be willing to be a sponge. You cannot feel like you know everything already. If you know something, you know nothing. So the thing is, I'm constantly trying to learn more. Trying to better myself, working on my spirit as well, because if you do anything creative, you have to be all right inside. Like I said, it's therapeutic, whether you're getting it out. Like you have to be clear about your intentions. You want to always make sure you have peace within yourself. I do a lot of meditating and praying. I try to keep my spirit tight, especially with all that's going on in life. And everyone has whatever's going on with them in life. Everybody has a story. So honestly, it's like never get defeated. Never focus on what you can't do. Stay locked in on what you can do and go from there. And you don't stop just because you have a bad day, just because it's a bad week. You do not stop. You do not quit. You get stronger from it, and you take the L and you learn, because that's really what the L's are, learning lessons. There are no losses. And you pick it up and you're like, all right, let me do it better this time. Now I know what to do, and you keep it moving. Yeah. You just don't quit.
You don't. And that, oh girl, that alone, like, whoo, that's a great way to end this show. Those words are just, and it's very important that we stay consistent in all of our practices. No matter if you don't feel like it, you getting up, you were up till 4 that morning, you had to get up at 6. You have to remain consistent in your practices at all times, because if not, you can fall, people will forget, you won't know, and boom, you have to try to build that back up again. When you just, during this quarantine, I had to be very creative. I had a studio space in Atlanta on Metropolitan. But girl, it was way too much money. I'm a property manager by trade. I had the clientele to do the sip and paints and things of that such and all of that stuff, just the foo-foo stuff along with it. But I couldn't balance my job and that and be able to service. I was only able to be there on the weekends. Then my work was Monday through Friday. To be honest, my work was Monday through Sunday because I had, anytime something came up, I had to be in it. So I made the decision to let that go, because it wasn't serving what I needed it to at that place in my life, which was this year when I decided to just let it go. Paying money for a space and it just didn't make any sense money wise for me because I wasn't getting a return. So with that, you get those things, and a lot of us will be like, oh man, I failed at this, so I couldn't do, such, and you just say, forget it. No, you got to keep going. You got to be consistent. You got to think outside of the box, okay?
Yeah.
And pull stuff up from, okay, yeah, that was easy for me to go get a space, get this, do this. I tried it, didn't work at this particular time. All right, fine, let's move to the next thing. Talk to me about that and how important it is for you to stay consistent in your practices. And if you have a fail, doesn't mean that you failed.
One way I stay consistent, because my time is so consumed by my family and children. I'm consistent with myself, so I'm very disciplined. Like, for instance, I wake up every day at 3:30. I have to steal that time before my children wake up. So it's easier to meditate in peace because I need that peace of mind to plan my day, to get creative. These are the things that keep me on balance. If I don't wake up and meditate, if I don't wake up, meditate and work out and get to painting early, then I'll feel off balance, period. And I won't, that'll throw off my day, which will make me inconsistent because I haven't done what I've planned to do, etc. It's a domino effect. Honestly, you have to, as far as consistency is concerned, and just like staying locked in what you do, regardless of like if there's a fail or not, you need to be in love with whatever it is that you're doing. The art, I have my babies, but I've had my art. It's been with me my whole life. So like that's my baby too. So I love doing what I do. So that is what'll keep me, just like regardless of anything, this is what I'm doing. Like first, on top of everything. Like I'll make other money and put it in position so that I can paint how I want before I just don't paint. It's just a part of me. I feel like if I'm not doing it, then I'm just not, feel like I'm not doing nothing productive, anything productive. I think that it's simply just being determined.
Absolutely.
When you do have to try things, everyone's journey is different. You have to respect the journey. But like once you do lock in on something, you decide what you want to do. You find out what it takes to do it, and you do it. And things will jump in your way. Hurdles will come along, but so you sleep it off, and you wake up the next day, and you try again and again, and you find another way. If I can't go to the left, all right, I'll go to the right. I'm still going. I'm still going. It doesn't matter. That's how my mentality works in everything. If I've set my mind on something, I'm a Taurus. So once my mind is set, and wants to flip, that's what it is. That's what it is. That's what we're doing. I'm locked in. Here, I'm committed. I'm committed. I do what I do regardless of how I feel, at the moment. I still do what I committed to do. And that's what people have to do. People get discouraged when things don't go their way. The money's not what it needs to be at first. And if you are doing something, like we need money, you have to do what you need to do for the money. Your time has to be compensated. But you need to be like, if you pick something, you need to be able or want to do it, whether you get paid to do it or not, or else you probably won't be very happy doing it.
Yes. Okay. Yes, again. Well, let me tell you something, okay? This has been absolutely phenomenal. And I knew that you were special before, but now I can confirm, okay, just speaking with you, that you are honey 100,000% amazing, okay? And I appreciate you. I appreciate you for trusting me, to come in my space. We hadn't even met before, So I just want to say thank you.
I got good vibes.
Good.
Okay, you tried to put me, you referred some people to me, and I was like, okay, where's she gonna come? That's love though. Like that's those things mean the absolute world when you're minding your business and someone lets you know, like, hey, I love what you do. I've been watching. It's like, oh, you have. Like, that's an honor because that's kind of like, that's what you do it for that.
Mm-hmm.
To
Mm-hmm.
affect people, to touch people however you can. So it's like, this is for something. Like this is good.
Yes, absolutely. And I'm telling you, I just see so many amazing and wonderful things that's coming forth out of your plan, out of your vision. You are a powerful sister in our community, and I just appreciate and I honor you. You're amazing. You're wonderful.
Thank you.
So
Thank
just
you.
kind of just tell us, give us your information as far as your IG, your social media, where we can find you, all the places your art is located, where we can come visit, because we need some culture in our life, honey. Let the people know.
Okay. So Divine Art. Flyers. No. So my Instagram, Divine Art, Divine Art Studio, and it's DEVINE Art Studio. It's all together in this one word. I have work on display at Riverdale City Town Center. Maybe about 10 to 15 pieces or so. If anyone would like to go and check that out, when they get a chance, and my work I'll probably allow it to stay there until I open my personal gallery space, maybe sometime early next year, realistically. I also have a painting, a Nipsey painting on display at Lithonia Art Center. You can check out my Instagram, Divine Art Studio. I have Devine Customs Divine Art on Facebook as well. You can join that page and like that page. I also will start posting time-lapse painting videos again, and I'll start putting them on YouTube. But that's coming, and I'll keep everyone updated on that on my Instagram. DM me, email me. There's the option there on my Instagram as well. And I also have my current website is www.devinecustoms.devineart.bitcartel.com. When that changes, I'll tell everyone as well. But that's what everything is for now.
Awesome. Yay. This was absolutely great. It was great. Yay.
This was exciting.
It was.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for wanting to feature me. Being interested. Like, this is awesome as well. And this is dope. This setup is nice.
Thank you so much, my sister. Yay. Okay. Well, thank you guys for another time segment with Cupcakes and Coffee Conversations. As you all know, as I stated earlier, DKM Radio Media Group that I'm a part of now, we have a new group which is called HEELZ, HEELZ, which is just for women only. So all of my shows will be dumped in there. Conversations that women have is for women only, for us, by us, with us. Okay. Feel free to join that private group. And also, once again, y'all get into this jewelry, honey. Okay. Custom made by my cousin. Via art. Okay. And it's amazing. You can follow her as well. Okay. So thank you guys. Thank you. And we will see you next Sunday with Black Girls Who Paint at the same time. Okay. Thank you, Keshay. Bye.
Thank you guys.
Have a great one.